Super Smash Bros. This series just can't escape my channel. See, leading up to the game's release, I was very excited for the characters, the roster, you know, the thing most people care about with new Smash games. Because when you unlocked everything in every game before, you were done. The characters you saw on the character select screen were the characters you were stuck with for another 6 years. So you want to make sure that the characters you like make it in, if they're not already. Smash 4's roster definitely delivered. We got freaking Mega Man, Pac-Man, Little Mac. This game made tons of people happy. But to make matters even better, Mewtwo DLC gets announced. Not only is this just great in itself, but it also opens the gate for so many opportunities. This is why I love Next Gen, because we live in an age where DLC is a thing. Unlike Brawl or Melee, more characters can be added to this game that is already out. And you know, Mii costumes and stages as well. Since it's been confirmed that we're getting Mewtwo and Lucas from Brawl, one could only expect more to come. Well, that has also been confirmed. Nintendo is allowing anyone to submit character entries for their new Smash Bros. Fighter Ballot. And guys, that literally means that you can suggest any character, and if it gets a great amount of votes, Nintendo might consider adding that character as DLC. I think that's really freaking cool. Considering how demanding the Smash fanbase is, it's interesting to see that they're giving back in some kind of way. So what I'm going to do for you guys is go over a selection of highly demanded characters, and give my thoughts on whether or not I want them in the game. Afterwards, I'll let you know the 4 characters I would like to see. Now here's a huge list of voted characters, and I'm not going to go over all of them. Just some that I believe are worth mentioning, starting with King K Rool, pretty much the main villain of Donkey Kong. My problem with this guy is not relevance or anything like that, it's just him. I'm not sure if I want work put on another giant slow character similar to Bowser. Now he could always play different, and I'd love to see more antagonists in Smash, but I think there's just better options out there. The Inkling from the upcoming game Splatoon. I could definitely see this happening. Cross promotion, unique gameplay, unique series, female and male option, obvious choice. This is one character that I could actually see being included. Wonder Red, same thing. Maybe not as much as the Inkling, but definitely a consideration. Don't know how big of a success the game was. I know it didn't get the best review scores, but if he's under Nintendo, he has the design for it and definitely looks like a Smash character. Another strong possibility. Wolf is pretty much guaranteed. Why even vote for him? Paper Mario, unique gameplay style, different Mario universe, but I don't really want any more Mario characters. Same with Daisy, she could have been an alt for Peach, no idea why she wasn't. Sceptile, he'd fit. There's a water starter from Gen 6, fire from Gen 1, and with the new Gen 3 remakes out, who else would be a better grass starter? He's a really fitting choice, even with the abundance of Pokemon characters. Black Shadow, don't know much about F-Zero, so I'm assuming that he's the bad guy of the series. If so, then here's my thing. I could see this guy controlling like Ganondorf, a slow, powerful Captain Falcon. That would make total sense if Ganondorf had a separate moveset, but because that's not the case, I don't know what to think about this guy. He's not relevant at all, but I guess you could say that for a number of characters. Dixie Kong, I originally wanted this character in the game. As of now, I think she fit well. Sort of a Diddy clone, but altered in a few ways. I could see it. She was in Tropical Freeze, no problem. Lana from Hyrule Warriors. I'd be down for her because she's from a new Wii U game, and she'd be another Zelda character, but I think Robin has the whole spell thing down. It's already a weird gameplay style. She could play different in ways. However, I just think that's what's going to hold her back. Now on to a few third-party characters. Knuckles, my favorite character in all of gaming. Okay, here's the thing. I wouldn't mind if Knuckles got in. As I said, he's my all-time favorite. Adding him into one of my favorite franchises will only do good for me. I'm just so indifferent to Sonic characters in Smash. The whole point of Super Smash Bros. Is Nintendo All-Stars going at it. There are a few iconic third-party characters to represent other companies. Sonic for Sega, Mega Man for Capcom, and Pac-Man for Namco. There are so many ways you could go. Why add in another Sega character? Another Sonic character at that. Sega, a company that does not belong to Nintendo, has different franchises too, so it's weird enough to have 2 Sega reps, but to have them both from the same franchise too? Nah man, the way this game should handle Sonic characters is with DLC costumes. It's gonna work well with Proto Man. I shouldn't have problems controlling a Mii brawler dressed as Knuckles. It wasn't weird in the Olympic Games, it isn't going to be weird in Smash. Rayman! After that leak, I don't want to see this guy ever again, but seriously, he has a chance. I don't care for him though. He's not that iconic, he was never a huge part of Nintendo. I don't think he deserves it, but if he gets in, congrats. Bomberman, huge fan of the series, I love the character and everything. Really weird choice though, I don't see that happening. pretty much ever. Shovel Knight. I could actually see this happening purely for the fact that it's an indie game. It'd be cheap, easy, and people love the character. I could care less, but he would definitely represent that indie scene well. Shantae. I hear her developers really want her in. It'd be interesting. I've never actually played a Shantae game though, and when it comes to just her in the game, I don't see it actually happening, but anything is possible. Simon Belmont. Definitely deserving. Castlevania was a huge part of the NES. If that can somehow work out, great job on both sides. Oh yeah, I'm gonna skip these guys. Finally, the Ice Climbers. I really want these guys in, but it's pretty much been confirmed that they won't work in the game. It's upsetting. They were unique, they had no reason to be cut, and if you care about tiers, they were very high up. It sucks. I think their cut is the worst out of any character in Smash history. But hey, if they find themselves as DLC, I'd be all for it. The only reason they won't be on my wish list is because they've been confirmed cut, like for good. That's enough talk about those characters. Clearly some have higher chances than others. For instance, I think Inkling, Wolf, and Wonder Red are guaranteed. But now I'm going to let you all know which 4 characters I'd like to see in the game. They may not happen at all, but again, just what I want in Smash. First, let's get my returning character out the way, and that is Roy from the Fire Emblem series. Now I know what you're thinking, another Fire Emblem character, another clone at that. Well yeah, I have a strong attachment to this character, as he was my Melee main. I like him as a Smash character, and I could sort of see him returning, not as much as others, and he's a character that I just like in Smash. That is a lot of Fire Emblem characters, but apparently the series is gaining extreme popularity. Biggest flaw is that there's already a character named Roy in the game. If anything, this stupid reason is probably going to hold him back. Not sure if adding him will be as easy as it probably was when adding Lucas, but yeah, Roy has my vote. My second character would have to be Krystal from Star Fox. How is this not cool? A Star Fox character that wouldn't be a clone, she's a female, it's just calling her. Every pic you see of Krystal, she's holding some kind of weapon, whether it's a staff or a straight up gun. Many dislike her, I guess because of the game she was introduced in, but she fits the game so well, I can literally see her fighting in these stages. What's going to hold her back is most likely Wolf. With the new Star Fox game coming out, he's pretty much going to come along with the hype of that game. We could get Krystal, but I highly doubt it. My third pick isn't going to relate with any of you, like no one is asking for, and that is Princess Ruto from the Legend of Zelda series. This is a huge long shot, and I surely don't expect to see her anytime soon. So here's my reasoning. I'm not very familiar with the Zelda franchise, but I knew I wanted another character to represent the series. I think Ruto is brilliant because she's random. No one is asking for her. She just got revived in Hyrule Warriors, and she'd be very unique for the game. She'd be the female water character of the game, sort of like a water Zelda. I like the choice because I have the vision of it in my head and it works. Now to move on from my weird choice, last on my list is a highly demanded character at the moment, and that is Rare's finest, Banjo Kazooie. Hear me out. Phil Spencer is okay with it. The fans are really okay with it. Literally, the only reason why they probably won't be included is because of Xbox. I don't think Nintendo would ever advertise Microsoft, and it sucks. But as far as the character being a part of Smash, Banjo Kazooie is the epitome of worthy Smash fighters. I can't think of any other character that is more deserving of being in Smash. If you think about it, Banjo Kazooie were like the Mega Man of the N64, one of the unofficial mascots for the system. When I think 64, I think Mario, Zelda, and Banjo. Simple as that. I don't know if you see it the same way, but I think these characters were a highlight in Nintendo's history. And no matter what, I think they belong in a game with Nintendo All-Stars fighting each other. That's just how I see it. Biggest gripe gameplay-wise is that there's already a character that carries a bird on its back. Not only is it a very specific thing for a character to have, but to have 2 characters with that same trait would be a bit cluttered. If it wasn't Banjo Kazooie, that would have been my reason for them not to be in the game. But the character is just way too deserving to be cut for that. You may disagree, but Banjo, man, pretty much asking to be in Smash. So those are the 4 characters that I will be voting for. In the comment section, let me know which characters you would like to see in Smash 4 DLC. This should be interesting. My name is Steven Hux, and I will definitely talk to you guys later.